Yeah, everyone. This is Thermite, and this is Portus. So, what do I have to say about it? Hopefully, this will be my Halloween read. If it's not my Halloween read, then I guess it'll be my November read. I'm gonna try as hard as I can to put this out in October, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Whatever. In any case, the cover looks really, really good. I do know this is it's a series about a game. I haven't read this blurb at all. This is just based on stuff I've heard in passing. I do know that's kind of like a video game creepypasta sort of series, but this cover has me really intrigued. Like, maybe this is the world of Portus, and then either it's like breaking into the real world, or maybe these are all like different levels. There's a lot of detail here, so I'm really excited to read the series and then to maybe pick out like, hey, this is this is that. Like, I really hope these all have like some significance to do with the series, as opposed to just being a bunch of random scenes. Ooh, okay. Also, is this person just sticking their hand in a fire? See, when I just looked at this prior to hitting record, I thought this was a cat. So I was really excited about that, but no, that's a fire. Oof. And ooh, actually, I did not notice this. So it's not just the cover and then this. Like, I'm still trying to not look at that, but it actually carries over. Like, these are also cracks based on like these ones. Okay, so and then they stop around this girl, who I assume might be our main character then. And even she's on top of what looks like a sheaf of like different papers all scattered across the grounds. And then even that and this seem like they're part of the same scene. So, interesting. All right, let's check this out. This is the official release, but it's scans of the official release as opposed to a digital release. So it might be a little blotchy at times, but it should be good. Ooh, let me just. There we go. That should be how it's done. Like, this is yeah. Okay. So, all right. So this is a pretty typical creepypasta setup of creepy old game. Every time. It's a creepy old game, and if you do a certain thing in that game, it's game over for you. Episode 1, The Dancing Knife. If you said yes, you die. Whoa, okay. I just noticed his face there. Like, yeah. Oh, that's so freaky. But then again, I don't know if this is this our villain or like an evil entity, or is this potentially like a main character watching over someone who is playing Portus? Also, I'm really into this art style. Like, to me at least, it looks very like heavily referenced, but I think that actually really helps when it comes to horror series. Like, the contrast between the character designs and the backgrounds is like it just adds to the horror, especially if the backgrounds are like very, very solid and very like not hyper realistic, like not webtoon levels of realistic, but realistic enough that like there's a very sharp contrast that like it catches your eye and it looks like eerie. And I think this is really hitting that mark so far. It seems like they're like, yeah, they're definitely alone. So what is going on here? Is this a is this a romance? We played Portus all the time when I was a kid, and I'm pretty sure we all survived. That's pretty cool. So like, it's not a legendary game. Like, this is closer to those creepypastas based around like Pokemon Blue or something, as opposed to those ones where like even the game itself may or may not exist. Uh, I think, are those Copic markers? Maybe not. Like, for a minute there, I was like, oh, are these pregnancy tests? But definitely not. There's no way. Chiharu isn't coming anymore. Maybe I should quit too. Oh, okay. So it's club. Even that's kind of weird. Like, we had those shots that clearly shows the school is meant to be empty. So if she's staying behind for a club, then it must be like super late. How can I be serious about learning art from a clown who makes drawings like this? I mean, that's pretty simplistic, but at the same time, he's 24. Like, to be fair though, he is a teacher, so I guess he should be a little more impressive than that. Oh, okay, so she is here. I don't trust her though. She has the horror antagonist eyes, especially like when compared to Asami. I am curious as to like what they're doing here. Like, as part of art club, like, can they just draw whatever they want? Hmm. Ooh, okay. I've seen some things recently. Oh, is she the one who played Portus all the way over here? I don't know. It doesn't really look like her. This might be her actually, but this looks more like a male face to me. Like especially the slightly broadish nose. Although I guess that could be her. The bangs. I guess these could be her bangs. It's mostly just like the facial expression looks very different. Though I guess that's similar, right? Yeah, it's that the nose, like the fact that the nose is like I guess the nose here is actually much more similar to the person who was looking in as opposed to the person who was playing. I do agree with that. Like, I better be more important than some game. Oof. All right, it begins. She's been playing Portus. Okay, huh? Like, I assume this is supposed to be like in that moment, like the way she saw the world actually changed. Like it went all like fuzzy and hyper contrasty, and like the pause. I assume the TV turning on. Oh, that is definitely a face in her hair. Like what the hell? Um, um, and especially this shot, like the fact that her very voice got all like shivery there and like hard to read. Hmm. But she's been the one who was playing the game. Like, if we're to assume that playing the game makes you start to see things, then why would Asami be seeing things here? Unless it's like it's literally changing her, and that would also explain the face here in her hair. Yeah. Okay. Like there, this series is really not holding back when it comes to the disturbing imagery that really doesn't have an explanation. Holy shit, it's right there. Okay. Huh. I'm definitely gonna have to keep my eyes peeled now. Like, these 2 pages have made me so much more invested in the series than I already was. Like, there's just crazy happening all over the place here. What the hell? Did her hands have ink on them? Can we see her hands? Yeah, like right there, they don't have them. So I assume she had to have drawn these then, which is actually a lot more. Yeah. Oh, actually, no, she didn't, because the handprints are way too small. Like if we scale this handprint to Asami's hand here, it's way tiny. So that must have been whatever this thing was. Jesus Christ, girl, what is happening? Um, these look kind of like newspapers. Actually, yeah, because these are also all newspapers. But it doesn't look like she's putting up like a board or anything, or like she's tracking one specific event. It looks like she just wallpapered her entire room and also part of the ceiling with just newspaper. Oof, face again. This one is much closer to that weird male face that I saw before. Okay, yeah, so this was definitely her then, because that's. But over here, it was clearly opening like a curtain. Oh, also, this is not. Did she have this round thing on her TV? No, she didn't. So never mind. It's probably not her then. Oh, God, that sucks. Oh wait, never mind. I thought like she turned suddenly and hit the wall. No, she fell to the ground. What the fuck? So I assume that must have been either a warning or a cry for help. Like she said, in the hopes that Asami would somehow be able to help while also following the like whatever rules there are here. Okay, and so this thing is definitely like slapping her around, but it's invisible. Like up until that point, I was wondering if this was just like, she fell over and then she fell backwards, but no, she's definitely being like pushed around. God damn. What the fuck is that? Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, and so specifically, like it's not even that she's killing herself, it's that like it is framing her death. It's framing it as a suicide. Oh my god, I just saw the shadow. Holy shit, this is too good. Oh. All right, that's that then. Holy shit. What a way to end the first chapter. I mean, so far I'm very into it. Let's just move right into chapter 2. I've seen very few series that use scary imagery the way that this series does. Where like it's just crammed into the backgrounds. It's all stuff that you could feasibly skim over. Sorry, I was looking at the blood spatter just to see like, does that make anything or not? It doesn't look like it. Right? Because everyone assumes it's a suicide. That one, like, what she said before really wasn't much of a clue, so unless she left behind notes or something. The noses do weird me out a bit, but, like, I get why they're drawn like this. Like, it's kind of gross, but it's also like relatively realistic. It doesn't feel like over the top to me. All right, do you know why? Do you know why she would do something like this? I think it's what Chiharu would want. Okay, and this is how she's going to get her hands on Portus. 20% come back to life. Death penalty decision. Violent crime on the rise. Yeah, that's a really good word for it. This does have a very oppressive atmosphere, which is actually really impressive considering that generally when I think of an oppressive atmosphere, I think of humans. Like I think of, people are around and because of, their influence, you can't say anything and it feels oppressive. But this is a really good like I guess because there is that human influence of, her parents, then the fact that she died there, but the room does have this very oppressive feel to it. Yeah, it doesn't sound like she planned to kill herself. She was going to come to class. Don't do it. Okay, so she walked out without taking it? I guess this is, yeah, I guess it's ambiguous because this isn't even technically a shot of her taking out the cartridge. It could just be a shot of her, like, thinking about it, and the cartridge is there as just, a visual representation. That said, can she escape from it? Like, this darkness seems like it is looking at her. Can it trace her? Oh, now he's thinking about it too. Still bothering me a little. This does feel very like I really like that. Like it feels so casual. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It feels very casual. It feels like an actual 2chan thread. Died. I want to play. I don't think we should talk about this anymore. Okay. Just from reading about it, not even playing the game. Also, I do appreciate that this is it's a period piece. Like it takes place in 2004, and this is very clearly like an early iMac. I remember using one of these actually, where like it's just the monitor, but it's got like big like not pastel color, but like very bright color on the side, and that stupid mouse with one button on it. I'm conflicted because I know like the story has to progress further, but in a lot of series like this, I usually just think like, no, don't look into it. That's okay. It's fine. There's no reason to investigate this further. But I can understand that desire to. Okay, huh? Okay, so she did take it. Oh, Viz, I really wish you would include the color pages. That's a really cute sentiment. Like I've heard that a few times. That actually my family does basically any insect. Like I think it's just ladybugs for the most part, but sometimes it's butterflies. Occasionally it's a fly. Usually we do kill flies, but every once in a while it's like, oh, maybe this fly is someone coming to visit us. I think it's a cute sentiment. I can't say I truly believe in it, but like I don't know, something about it feels very romantic to me. Yeah, well, that's worrying. I'm gonna play it when I get home. I mean, as he said before, people have played Portus before. Like when he was a kid, everyone played Portus. Everyone survived. It wasn't scary. So I guess maybe like the moment the creator died might be like when it was cursed. And assuming he like we didn't get an actual date for when the creator killed himself. So I assume maybe that was like, relatively recently. And that's what started the whole creepypasta. Girls' age can be impressionable. Yeah, that is very worrying. Like copycat suicides are a terrifying thing. And like I understand the influence of it. It is I don't know how to explain it actually, because it's not like it's tempting. It's more like just it reintroduces that concept into your consciousness. At the same time, like if you really like the person that killed themselves, whether it is a friend or it's a celebrity you look up to or whatnot, like that death will make you think like, oh well, first of all, that is an option. Second of all, I feel real bad that this person's gone. Thirdly, like maybe that's a decent option for myself. I don't know, like when I say it out loud, it doesn't sound the way it sounds in my head whenever I consider suicide. But I don't know how else to properly like explain this phenomenon. It is a phenomenon. But I I do not think Asami's going to kill herself because Chiharu did not kill herself. Like it did not happen. Also, I just noticed that. Like, okay, so that's why it's called Portus. Because there's a literal port that ships dockats. Okay. So she's clearly heard the rumors. I'm wondering though, like, as he said before, I'm still really clinging on to that. That a lot of people he knew played Portus and they didn't die. But is it possible then that like the curse existed even back then? But like it was smaller. or not smaller, but like it affected a very small percentage of players. Whereas like now that it's a cult classic, it might be affecting more people because like cult classic's the wrong word. Like now that it's just an old game, fewer people are playing it, and as a result, like more of those few people are experiencing this horrible, this curse. Let's say. All right, she's seeing a door, and again, this is also a valid interpretation of the word Portus. Okay, yeah, what is this place? Will you? I mean, I don't know if they'll kill you or not. They are giant maggots, though, and I'm squicked out by normal maggots already. So it's not like I'm making light of the fact that she doesn't want to do it. Oh, okay. Now it's here. Is this her? Ugh. Oh god damn. That is freaky. Holy shit. Alright, episode 4, Hidden Stage. So, I guess my question is that dream Portus then? Like, is it like every time you dream, you go to that world and then you have to go through that? Hmm. Because, like, it's very possible that's just a freaky dream. But that might be an interesting way to go about it. Like, if the game itself isn't too freaky, but like it traps you in like a different Portus, a different world, some other game that can be played through. And like this name does add credence to that hidden stage. Maybe that was the hidden stage. Or maybe not. This doesn't really reflect that though. Okay, never mind. Like that was definitely the weird mask here, right? Yeah, like just lower def. Help. Okay, are we gonna get a director talk then? You need a password to even get that much. Wait, what? That seems like a straight like if he had just said, you need like, the permission of higher ups or something, but you need a password. Him and his older brother. Okay, so the president is still alive, but his older brother is the one that killed himself. They say there's a hidden stage that'll kill you for real. Ooh, actually, I didn't think about that, but maybe he didn't. Like, I assumed he killed himself just because, like, that is, that's the creepypasta thing. Like, one of the big ways that a lot of game creepypasta starts, like, they start with the idea of, oh, this person killed themselves, and now their spirit haunts the game or whatever. But we just saw that Portus, will fake someone's suicide. So maybe he was the first victim then. Throughout the program when he was 7, he was a genius. He started the company when he was only 14. Ah, that's a really cool idea too. Like that has happened in actual games where they just have like hidden levels or an entire hidden extra game within the game. So it can't be played, but something supernatural, I suppose, is like bridging that gap, is allowing people to play that game within the game. That's a pretty big question. It seems like people have already decompiled the game and found that room, like because he was able to talk about it, or that game within the game. So I doubt it's something within there. Like if it's something that could be like decoded, that could be put on public record, I highly doubt they would be like, oh yeah, that doesn't exist. It would just be public knowledge that oh yeah, this game has a brainwashing program that makes you kill yourself. I don't need any passwords. Okay, so was that just a lie then? It does seem like he understands it. Like he wasn't surprised. He didn't try to play it off. Like before, he was kind of playing off the hidden stage. But once he heard about the suicide, he was like, yeah, you know what? Fine. Just check it out. I think that game changed Chiharu. I mean, she seems to know something about Portus, so this isn't a bad situation, necessarily. Oh, okay. That looks like the face that she saw before she died. Or not, never mind. So it's the other one. It's the one from her dreams. Don't tell. Oh, okay. And so this is kind of like the cover, where it's this weird like mishmash of different worlds. I think she's also played Portus. I think she's under the same oath of like, she literally cannot say anything or else the game will attack her. It's just like Chiharu's room now. Like, I do think it's freaky, but at the same time, I don't really get why. Like, I hope we get a little flashback or something. Because like it is creepy, but I want to know why. Like, what is the logic behind this? I think that would actually make it scarier. Like whether there is logic or just if there isn't. Either way, having information would make it better. Okay, the candles are meant to chase away the bugs. The newspapers block out the sunlight, so it's easier to find your way here. Ah, okay. Wait, Takashi, was that the name of the older brother? No, Satoshi Sugano. So Satoshi. Okay, so whoever this is, he's the one, like, he might be the embodiment of the curse then. Like, whenever you start playing, the real game of Portus, or the hidden game, the hidden level, you have to deal with him. Why? Like, I get the whole warm this up for dinner thing, but why? It's a burger patty. It's pretty obvious. Also, I assume it's actually supposed to be like a hamburger steak or something. Or, a hamburger steak. My boyfriend Toru is just like, okay, so she doesn't know. It's just, oh, that. How am I not making the connection? Like, the one rule so far has been, all the victims of Portus have appeared to commit suicide. And yet I feel like every time, every single time, the idea that, oh, someone killed themselves, they might be connected to Portus. Every single time, it's a surprise to me. Ooh, okay, so his spirit is still there for some reason. Takashi. Oh, holy shit, wait a minute, what? So, first of all, this wasn't a hallucination, it really was his spirits. And for whatever reason, he wanted to give her the name Takashi. Oh, shit. The Kokeshi, put it back. So clearly that's a metaphor, but for what? So, he died again, or like his spirit was, sucked up, but what can just knowing the name Takashi do that will help here? I assume the objective is to complete the game, but how? 20 years ago, this is where we worked. Okay, it's possible for a system bug to activate it. All you do is search for the right Kokeshi head. Oh, that's what she saw before. So I assume it is supernatural, but my brother buried something at that address. He made everything into a game. He would have loved being part of Legends. Okay, a cursed Kokeshi. Like, this is really cool because it feels like something that could really happen. Like, the supernatural stuff aside, this definitely seems like something a modern game dev would do. Especially in this new era of ARGs and whatnot. This room is just the way Toru's was when he died. Okay, so the newspaper and the candles are definitely consistent. Maybe the TV as well. Oh yeah, I forgot this is split up physically, but I'll keep it all in one video. I will say, like, she's being a good teacher. As much as like I've been kind of nervous about what she's doing, but I think overall, like, she is a good person. Like, she's doing this for the right reasons. Ooh, Takeshi's face is there. Oh, that is scary as fuck. Oh shit, the screen's actually bleeding. What is this fresh hell? Pretty worried. Because again, like, she didn't get inducted into the game the normal way. So I really don't know what's gonna happen. Like, is she just gonna die here? Or is she going to be cursed? Does she have a chance to get out of this? A long time ago, there was a famine in some village. The hungry villagers started killing off their babies to save themselves. Ah, okay. Ko for child, Keshi for vanishing. Kokeshi. That is cool as hell. Like, I don't think I've ever heard that term before, so maybe it exists just for the story. When you twist the head, it sounds like a baby crying. Gosh. Ah, it was the moment when the baby died. The scariest part was the horns on the shadow of the mother. Creepy, right? How did he get his hands on that? To be fair, this is a good reason for a curse. He's all excited about the treasure, but then he finds it. Hello, cursed Kokeshi. Yeah, that is very forward thinking. That is a very modern sort of thing to do. If anybody asks, you didn't know anything about it. Okay, so I am assuming that the way to break the curse is honestly just to find the Kokeshi, but I mean, if it embodies this level of first of all, the curse doesn't really seem to connect to dead babies at all so far. Secondarily, if it's able to drive you to enough madness, to paper up your entire room, then I feel like it could, it'd be a lot easier for it to just give you this this magnetic feeling, and force you to go outside and search for the Kokeshi. Right, I hid the program so deep in the game, I didn't think anyone would ever find it. Now it's an internet phenomenon. Oh, jeez. I mean, yeah. Because I assume at this point, like, if he had just removed the entire game, this wouldn't be happening. Like, it's because he intentionally left it in there as a memento of his brother that this curse is able to spread. Another victim. All right, let him sit on that. Let him wonder, like, hey, maybe I should help. Okay, what the fuck? So she's standing on Takashi. Or, like, he is the surroundings. But for what purpose? What? Okay, so that is Takashi. Alright, where is this? When is it? Okay, so clearly he beat the shit out of this person for some reason. Oh no, he's gonna fucking rape her. Why? Like, so far the implication seems to be that he probably fucked his own mom, Takashi's that kid, and then somehow, like, I guess we're gonna see going forward, but I assume then, like, he's the one who's accumulated all these curses, and then perhaps he's the one that, like, created that Kakeshi. Like, maybe it's not actually related to the old Cullings. Wait a minute, is she supposed to be a stand-in for Takashi? Because if so, that changes the entire meaning of this. Take your mother and Takashi and go. Okay. Oh, that's the grandmother. Oh, jeez. This does feel very unjust. Like, why? I mean, this is a perfectly good setup for a horrible curse, but to what end? Why? Oh shit, he's finally doing it. I assume because he wants to know the truth. It's an address, a house. Okay, and he's actually, like, chuckling over it. In 1956, the entire village perished at the hands of a murderer. Oh, okay, I see. Huh. Still, like, I feel like there's gotta be an extra layer to it. Like, why were they being outcast like this? Fine, you'd better hurry. He kills us over and over again. Like father, like son, I guess. But okay, things are finally starting to slot into place. Yeah, go, 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 go! I do think this is a really cool idea. Like, she's lived her life in such ignorance and such bliss, and now she's starting to see this, like, this horrifying dark side of what human beings can do. Yes, okay. That is the implication. His father absolutely raped the shit out of him. Also, this is interesting to note. Like, this looks like another body. Okay, so yeah, it wasn't just his dad. It was like, or was it? No, that's not his dad, right? Is it? I assumed it was, like, just from the face. Stubble, sort of arched eyebrows, thin eyes. Stubble, thin eyebrow. I guess the eyebrows are a bit different. But yeah, it does look like the villagers were the ones raping him. Okay, yeah, so it wasn't his dad this time. Even the original time, was it? Okay, so I think the implication is that it was always the villagers that were raping him. Wait, is that a gun? How the fuck did he get a gun in Japan? Okay, they finally got it, the cursed Kakeshi. Alright, so yeah, that is a gun. I mean, it is a hunting gun, so that makes sense, I suppose. Still, the idea that he was able to kill this many people by himself. Also, I don't know the different types of shots, but I guess that might be buckshot. Like, it looks like it's doing a lot of damage. God damn. I mean, like, now that we've seen the level of oppression they had to go through, again, I don't think murder is justified in most senses, but I mean, I can't blame him for, like, going through this. I can't blame him for, like, how cathartic this must feel. All right, we've got the Kakeshi. Let's go to Nagano. I assume the curse won't try to stop them from doing this, because this is the correct thing to do, right? That butterfly, it's Chiharu pointing it to us towards the school. I feel like there must be, like, one more thing. Like, it seems like Takashi really enjoys killing people, so maybe he is going to try and stop them. Like, he prefers this to, being at peace. Oh, god damn. God damn. Oh, that's a really good parallel. Yeah, this isn't right. Don't kill them. I guess that is, yeah. Like, They are terrifying, but you can't hurt them because that just reinforces this horrifying nature of man. Pray to the dead with a gentle heart. Do it. They'll understand. No, god damn it. I mean, again, I can't blame her for it. I feel like in a lot of like this is a scenario where it makes a lot of sense for one person to go like, no, fuck that, I'm gonna kill them all. But that's definitely not the answer here. Try to calm down. Come on. I mean, yeah, you're not honoring Tori by doing this, but she lost someone as well. Oh, jeez. Yeah, she's fucked. She's not getting out of this. Okay. So, he's like, this is much better advice than the original one where he just said Takashi. Though I guess, Takashi's strength was much more powerful there. So he really couldn't say very much. Yeah. But half that child could have happened to any of us. We must try to understand him, not attack him. Yeah, I get what she's trying to say, but at the same time, you can't find justice a lot of the time. Justice is not a natural concept. Sometimes you just have to let things go. Even if it doesn't feel right. She's gonna die. Yep, she's dead. She's absolutely dead. Her hatred is what allowed Takashi to kill her. Whereas, even with this, I feel like she's gonna make it out of this. I die like this. The sky is so blue. It's like the sky I saw as a baby, gentle. Oh, okay, this is some great inking. Especially the deep shadows. Even with these faces way in the back, there's just enough to make out their facial expressions. That is nice. What was the color of Takashi's sky? Okay, so the first time we saw it, that's why we actually saw his father above him. He was not raping him. But that was conflated with that other shot of that one villager actually raping him. But this was more of a just immersing killing. His dad killed the entire village and said yeah, it's no good. You have to die. It is interesting though that Chiharu is specifically saying don't sympathize, which I assume is meant to keep her from being killed here. Because she has to maintain her own individuality while at the same time not being angry at Takashi. It's really interesting that there is no clear-cut explanation. Or, there's no clear-cut answer here. You have to empathize with them, but you can't empathize too much, because that's also dangerous. I suppose, you have to find this healthy medium, but it's very hard to tell where the walls are. How much is too much. Which I guess is the same for just, human interaction. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay. That might be it. Oh, no, what the fuck? What are you doing to her? Okay, that was the correct place. But it won't light. Come on. Seriously, this artist is so good with inky blacks. Please don't die, don't die. You're so close. You're so close to being able to restore it. Okay. Feel sorry for him if you have to, but stand up to him. Teach him there are many ways to show love. All right, this is really cool too because both of her teachers have opposing ideas about this, and neither of them are completely right. Even here, if she had gone full acceptance, she would have died. It's because of Miss Yamashita that she was able to survive, even though she's also not correct. Yeah, I'm sorry for what you've been through, but that's no excuse for what you've done. You've had no one to love you. I say this because I do care about you. What you're doing is not right. It has to stop now. I've seen very, very few horror series approach this type of idea. That specific combination of I can empathize with you, but at the same time, what you're doing is wrong. Which is really, that should be the default for a lot of horror monsters. A lot of them are people that have gone through horrible tragedies, but at the same time, those tragedies don't justify what they're doing. Putting you back where you belong. All right. I think that's it. Sami, thank you. All right. Are we done? Is this over? All right. They all prayed over it. The butterfly disappeared, and I think that's it. Let's go home. I really don't understand that. Oh boy. Oh no. But how? Up until then, I thought this was a really good ending, but I don't understand quite what happens. is it just that they left another one out, or someone else left, like, took another one out? Because it seems like they went through all the proper procedures. Like, that was a good ending up until there. Unless that's also supposed to be like that's all I can think of is the one relating to Takeshi's dad is still upset, and so Takeshi's dad was able to kill him. But all right, well that was Portus, all right. It was a really good series. I liked a lot of it. It's just that ending worries me. I don't fully understand it. Um, if you have any interesting takes on it, please let me know. I think I'm going to I'm definitely pinning it on like that last Kokeshi has to be it has to be Takashi's dad. And so that's why he was able to attack, but it doesn't feel like we had yeah, it feels wrong. It really does. It just feels like we did not have a proper build up to that. Like maybe I missed Kakashi being displaced, but I don't think so. I was paying pretty close attention. That said, I still really like this cover. Looks really good. Most of these shots do make sense. I still don't really get this fire. But yeah, like these are all sort of images we saw vaguely. Not really this, though I guess that's just like funeral decoration, I guess. And then yeah, this is the world that she was in. Yeah, overall, that was pretty good. It wasn't my favorite horror series, definitely not, but like it was pretty solid for what it was. Uh And if I like, I'll sit on it for a bit, and if I like the ending a bit more, then it might really win me over. Like if I'll read it over again, not on camera, and maybe I'll understand the ending a bit better. That said, thank you guys so much for watching. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. Woo! Ooh for now. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.